So I'm going to talk about this French leak today, and I'll say right off the bat, I don't believe this one, and I almost wasn't going to talk about it at all, except so many people have been asking me about it, I decided I'd weigh in. Honestly, last video it was either talk about this French leak or rant about Mean Bean Machine for 5 minutes, and I stand by that decision. Anyway, this is one I've been on the fence about. Basically, I don't believe it at all. I really think it's probably fake, so I didn't want to give it attention, but it seems it's already gotten a lot of attention, and a bunch of people have been asking me what it is and what my thoughts are on it. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about it, but just know I don't believe this one. I don't think this one's legit, and this isn't usually the sort of thing I'd cover, except for the fact that so many people have been asking about it. So this leak, and I used quotes here for leak because I, again, don't think this one is real, first came to my attention on Saturday morning when it was posted over on 4chan and people started talking about it in my Discord. I've also seen people cover it since then. There's a good block content video on it, so I'll leave a link to block content's video in the description below. So here's the supposed leak that was posted over on 4chan on Saturday, August 29th. It says, "Yo, I'm a French member of the Smash community, and I just found this incredible post on Forum 1825. To sum it up, someone on February 15th claimed to have info on Smash Fighters Pass 2, and said the following: Min Min, Phoenix Wright, 2B, and a level 5 rep are in. Gino, Sora, Dante, Vault Boy, Edgeworth, Ninjara, Gordon Freeman, and Heihachi are Mii costumes. Very few people cared about his post, seemingly because of Min Min, but looks like it was not bullshit." And then they leave a link to this supposed post on jxvideo.com. Clicking the link, however, brings you to a page that's been deleted, so there's no way to check if this post actually existed. But there is an image screenshot of the supposed post, so let's take a look at that. The post is from someone called Funky Conrad, and it is February 15th, and it does say all that information that was in the 4chan post. Someone on that forum called Miyamoto Real looks like they called this one fake, and I guess this whole page was deleted. So because this thread has been deleted, and that link doesn't actually lead anywhere anymore, there's no way to confirm whether or not that post actually existed. Also, this post was supposedly made on February 15th, so for this one to be real, someone would have had to get a screenshot of that post, held onto it all the way until August, and then made it public. I remember when we first found out our next DLC character was going to be a fighter from ARMS, people were scouring the internet for anyone who had mentioned an ARMS character to see if anyone had actually predicted that. So it's really crazy to me to think this one went under the radar, yet someone actually had a screenshot of it and waited all the way until August to share it with us. That just seems very unlikely to me. Also, keep in mind, we've had plenty of French fake Smash Ultimate leaks. The Grinch leak was actually French, and for a while there, everyone was talking about Cosmos, and that was actually coming from a post off of this same website that this new French leak is coming from. Though the Cosmos post was admittedly just a prediction, supposedly, and not actually a leak, a lot of people took it as one since it guessed so many characters correctly. So at face value, I'm very wary of this leak. We can't follow the link to see if the post actually exists, and I'd be really surprised it went under the radar this long. But anyway, that said, let's take a look further at the leak itself. So supposedly what it correctly predicted so far is Min Min before we even knew we'd get an ARMS character, and then it also said the Mii costumes would be Ninjara, which we did get, Heihachi, which we did get, and although the French leak actually says Fallout Boy, I believe it meant Vault Boy, or maybe the French call him Fallout Boy, I'm not sure, so it got Min Min and some of those Mii costumes totally correct. Speaking of Mii costumes, and specifically Ninjara, last time I was talking about how Sakurai was saying that some of the spirit battles were going to update as time went on, and specifically pointed out the Cuphead spirit battle, which is usually Mega Man, but if you have Cuphead's Mii costume downloaded, it changes to Cuphead. I had mentioned how the same thing happens with Ryo. If you have his Mii costume, the battle actually changes to that Mii costume. And the same thing happens for Ninjara and Ribbon Girl, so I believe those are the 4 characters that have been updated with spirit battles. Anyway, back to the French leak. So supposedly the other playable characters after Min Min are going to be Phoenix Wright, 2B, and a level 5 rep. This to me seems like too many characters for the leaker to actually know about, especially DLC characters. Usually when one gets leaked, it is only one fighter that the leaker is aware of. I'd be really surprised if someone was this sure of that many characters in advance. Level 5 is just a company, so we don't know for sure who the rep would be from them if this leak was true, but if I had to guess, I think it was probably either Professor Layton, as he has very strong ties to Nintendo, or possibly Jibanyan from Yokai Watch. I don't know if Yokai Watch is as popular as it used to be, but it did have a strong rivalry with Pokemon, so I could see potentially wanting to represent that rivalry in Smash itself. Jibanyan versus Pikachu would be something I know a lot of Japanese kids would probably really like to see. Phoenix Wright, 2B, and a level 5 rep are all possible fighters for Smash. Phoenix Wright is Capcom, 2B is Square, and level 5 is pretty close with Nintendo, so this is totally possible, but again, the big red flag for me is knowing that many characters in advance. I just don't think that's all that likely. And then looking at the remaining Mii costumes on this leak, supposedly we'd get Geno, Sora, Dante, Edgeworth, and Gordon Freeman. This list seems pretty unlikely to me, and you can call it Geno bias, though honestly I do think Geno has a strong possibility of becoming one of those deluxe Mii costumes. Really my issue here is having Dante, Gordon Freeman, and Sora as Mii costumes. They just feel like the type of characters that I wouldn't see Nintendo negotiating for just to make them Mii costumes. Specifically, Sora really stands out to me here. There's a lot of talk about how Kingdom Hearts might be tough to negotiate for to get into Smash, and I feel like if they did negotiate for Kingdom Hearts, to only make Sora a Mii costume would be a travesty. I think a lot of fans would be really upset if 2B got in over Sora, yet Sora was actually negotiated for and just became a Mii costume. If we got something like 2B instead of Sora, I think fans would be okay with that if it was the fact that Sora couldn't be negotiated for. But if you had a Mii costume, it would show, yeah, we got the rights to Sora and decided he should be a Mii costume. And I just don't see fans being happy with that at all. And here's some select quotes from that 4chan thread. The first one says, "Remember that French leak back then? I can't believe we got Cosmos in Smash. Nice inspect elements," which is very likely to be what's going on here. Someone just manipulating an old page to make it look like a leak. "Just checked, post was deleted by mods. The link leads to a post removed by the moderation. There is no proof this is real and not fabricated." And that's how I feel about this one. There's just no proof that this post actually existed. We can't go check it. All we have is an image that somehow went under the radar all the way until August. Also, this image from a Discord conversation came out and it says, "Well, the post has been deleted by an admin." And fake. Well, time to tell the others. So a lot of people took that as the nail in the coffin for this one. However, someone called Sevenator did some more digging and sent me some interesting messages I felt I should share with you guys. So Sevenator sent me PapaGenos. That leak from the French board site might not actually be confirmed fake, though personally I still think it's probably fake. Sevenator actually reached out to the other people in that thread and got some replies back. Sevenator said, "I have to ask you if this thread was real here, and this is the correct information that was posted there. This is about Smash Bros. Miyamoto Real, who was in that thread, posted, it goes back a bit, and I'm not really the Smash news anymore, so I'm not sure, but it seems to me that I posted on it. Weird that the post goes back, that now something has happened." And then Sevenator reached out to the other person in that thread and said, "I see, and yeah, that's weird. I also tried looking for the guy who posted the leak, Funky Conrad, and it looks like all of his topics and posts have been deleted by mods. Can you at least confirm that Funky Conrad existed?" And then Dark Tire Anus, yeah, I know his name's hilarious. "It's been crazy, this thing. I never thought it was right, but yeah, every time the guy in question was banned, I didn't follow everything either." And then supposedly the person in that Discord conversation is not an admin or mod on the website, so although they're saying it's fake, we probably shouldn't take what they're saying at face value. So essentially, all Sevenators really found out here is that Funky Conrad did exist. They have reached out to the people that were in that thread, but it doesn't seem like either one of them can actually back up that it really did exist or that they actually remember that particular content to be what was in that thread. So yeah, this one's sort of dubious at best. So despite that digging from Sevenator, I do believe this one is probably still just fake. Most likely it's just a image that's been manipulated of a post that we now can't check. So I don't think this one is actually legitimate. I guess it's something to keep in mind if it somehow survives the next character reveal. If, say, we get like Phoenix Wright or 2B or a level 5 rep next, and we get some of those Mii costumes, then obviously this one will be more important. However, for now, we can't even check to see if this post is legitimate, so I don't think this one is worth thinking about too much. Also, over on Twitter, @Moldolga wrote, "LMAO, Nintendo put a new private video in their Animal Crossing New Hope playlist, sort of suggesting that the September fall update for Animal Crossing might be happening very soon." Also over on Twitter, at Nintendo NYC wrote, beginning 9/1, September 1st, Nintendo New York will be accepting general entry and reservations are no longer required. Entry will remain at limited capacity and are on a first-come, first-served basis. So that's good to hear the Nintendo New York store is getting back to a more regular schedule. Well, if you guys have any thoughts about any of the stuff we talked about in this video, if you believe that French leak is real or if you think it's totally bogus like I do, let me know in the comments below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.